is a blur from the middle of the map. And today I'm talking about The Last of Us. And it seems like Naughty Dog has confirmed that there's a new Last of Us game coming. And honestly, I'm looking forward to it. Birdman, hand rub. This is one of my favorite horror games. This is the reason I got back into actually giving horror games a real chance, because I was not a big horror gamer as a young gamer back in the day. And actually, what game it could most likely be and what game it might not be at all. So let's talk about the first one, because the first one to me, I think it's actually happening. I know there have been rumors circulating around on the internet, talks about them maybe wanting to do a game on this level. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it's already been done before, but like I said, I wouldn't mind seeing it again. And the thing is with The Last of Us, a Last of Us prequel. And what prequel what I would like to actually think it's going to be, most likely, I think it's time for them to tell us more of the story behind Joel and Tommy, the brothers in Last of Us, right? To learn about what happened after losing Sarah, all right? The actual niece to Tommy, the daughter to Joel, the aftermath of what their life was like after, you know what I'm saying? Dealing with the infected and everything, and kind of what led them to go their separate paths. Because we know that in Last of Us 1, they ended up being together at the beginning, but then after that, we see them eventually not being together, you right? So I think it would be great. And like I said, don't get me wrong, they've already done a prequel. I know it sounds crazy, right? They've done a prequel, but with Ellie and Riley, Last of Us Left Behind, which I thought was an actual decent prequel for Ellie to learn a little bit more about how she was before she met Joel, just like how we're going to learn more, hopefully, about pretty much Joel and pretty much Tommy's relationship and why they went their separate ways. I wouldn't mind seeing that as a gamer. So honestly, it seems a bit more realistic, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that this will probably be the game that they're actually gonna be coming out with from Naughty Dog, because it seems like Naughty Dog takes a minute for certain games to come out, of course, but it'd be worth it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it'd be worth it, all right? But I wouldn't mind seeing that relationship between them, what things they went through, you know what I'm saying, in this world that they're living in. And why not do a story? And like I said, we don't know a lot about them, and this would be the perfect way to do it. Give us another prequel. How many more prequels do you want? Another one, another one, another one. I'm just saying. So honestly, I definitely think it's the prequel Last of Us game with both of the brothers, of course. It makes a lot more sense to me that we don't know enough of their story just yet. You know what I'm saying? We know that they went through things. They are not on the best of terms in Last of Us 1. You know what I'm saying? And they do somewhat reunite in Last of Us 2, right? So I think that will be the great way to like actually do a little bit more digging into their story and kind of the things they went through during the time after, you know, losing Sarah, right? You know what I'm saying? So personally, I really hope it's this game, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said before, I wouldn't mind seeing another prequel game, all right? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Now, the next game is something that a lot of us are waiting for. And it's been a while since we got an actual official sequel. Not a prequel, an official sequel. And a lot of people are speculating that it's Last of Us 3. Now, don't get me wrong, all right? It took a long time for Last of Us 2 to come out, all right? I'm not gonna lie to you guys, you know. I was like, nah. As much as I want to see a Last of Us 3, of course, it's probably very unlikely, all right? This is a big, very unlikely from Blerd 365 that we're going to get that, because, like I said before, Last of Us 1 was on 3 consoles, PS3, PS4, PS5. Last of Us 2, it'll probably be on PS4, PS5, most likely PS6. I think they're just trying to find the perfect story to go about with Last of Us, because what is Last of Us known for, right? It's known for its storytelling and fighting the infected. And I think personally they want to make sure that fans enjoy the third game. I think the first game was, I want to say, is their biggest game. I mean, the second one I heard it had mixed reviews, of course, right? I don't know exactly the number of how well it did, but I think Naughty Dog is definitely giving us The Last of Us 3. I'm just saying it may not be for the PS5. I just gotta keep it a buck with y'all. I'm like, you know what? I don't think it's gonna be on PS5. I don't see it. Oh, hitting that PS5. I see it being on PS6. I'm just saying, yo. So, personally, my honest take on this is most likely the prequel game over Last of Us 3. Like I said, don't get me wrong, I do want to see a Last of Us 3. Like I said, I enjoyed the first game. The second game I liked. I just wish we didn't go through like different characters. Like I got that they wanted to show a little bit more versatility with us playing with the villain. We played with some other new characters. I was like, like y'all should have just kept it with just the two characters that you played with throughout the, like in the first game personally, and also the prequel game that came out with Ellie. But I'm excited. You know, I definitely think it's the prequel game. Like I said, I don't see Last of Us 3 coming out for quite a while. You know what I'm saying? I said it'll probably be on PS6. But it is the hardest working blerd on YouTube, guys. You tell me in the comments, which game, when it comes to Last of Us, would you like to see come out sooner? You tell me in the comments, guys. It is the hardest working blerd on YouTube, guys. Don't forget to like, to share it out in the actual YouTube algorithm. Commenting, because commenting helps just like the likes. That helps in the YouTube algorithm, of course. And also, if you want to share the actual video. That also helps people to check out my video that has not discovered blerd 365. And the goal is still the same, reaching that 3,000, 4,000 watch hours. But thanks again, legends. I am out.